This show is sponsored by MidasResources.com, your trusted source for precious metals since 1996. Call Midas today at 1-800-686-2237.
Good morning, greetings, friends. Welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Colorado, number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and to your well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side, every day you are more and more in control of your body, and you are more and more in control of your health. You are more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 26 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and high blood pressure and obesity, skin diseases like acne and rosacea, psoriasis, eczema, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of the modern medical model can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, this renewing system is really nothing more than business as usual for the human body. It's just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your drugs, if you want to help a loved one or a workmate get off their prescription meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you out. We welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side at 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. If you have a success story, if you want to contribute to the conversation, or if you want to learn more about the longevity products, the ones I take and the ones I recommend, you can give us a shout at 866-582-9933. You can also go over to my website, brightsideben.com, and take a peek at the shopping cart with all the longevity products, including the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the OsteoFX, the Ultimate Enzymes, the Healthy Start Pack. Pretty much all the products you hear us talk about on the program are up at brightsideben.com. You can also click on the Join Now link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com, and for a one-time $10 fee, you can start a longevity business, you can get your products at the wholesale price, you can join the team and help educate the world about the importance of nutritional supplementation. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. All right, thanks so much for joining us once again on The Bright Side. Continuing on just a little bit more about fructose malabsorption syndrome. If you're thinking that you may have an issue with fructose, but you're not sure, if you have an autoimmune disease, if you have skin issues, if you have mental health issues, if you're an insomniac, if you're dealing with chronic fatigue, if you can't lay off the sugar, if you can't stop eating, if you have digestive health issues, and especially if you have a combination of any of these problems, you can at least suspect fructose malabsorption issues, fructose malabsorption syndrome. Now, if you want to find out for sure if this is a problem for you, there's a couple things you could do to confirm a fructose malabsorption diagnosis. First of all, you can have a hydrogen breath test done. That's where you eat a bunch of fructose, and then you have your breath measured for bacterial outgassings, hydrogen in your breath. Or you can just eat a bunch of fructose from fruit, or even straight fructose. You can get fructose powder at pretty much any health food store. You can eat a bunch of fructose, and then you can see how you feel. If you have fructose malabsorption issues, you are going to know it. You'll be bloated, you'll be gassy, and you'll be uncomfortable 15, 20 minutes or so after you ingest a whole bunch of fructose. By the way, if you're diabetic, you may have been told that fructose is safer as a safer sugar for you to use than glucose. I remember as I was growing up, and even when I was in pharmacy school, diabetics were always under the impression they could eat all the fruit they want because fructose, for some reason, was not a problem for diabetics. That's because fructose is handled primarily by liver processing rather than by insulin. It was believed, it's still believed by many people, that insulin is not involved in fructose metabolism, and to a large extent, that's true. However, recently, it's been found that there is a connection, an insulin connection, to the processing of fructose as well as to ordinary glucose. Everybody knows that glucose can cause elevations in insulin, but just recently, this past April, an article was published in the journal Science that discussed the findings of scientists at the University of Rhode Island that showed that fructose, fruit sugar, can turn on the pancreas's secretion of insulin too. So if you're a diabetic, you are not out of the woods if you think that you're okay by using fructose or fruit sugar. Bottom line, folks, is all sugars, in fact, possibly even the sweet taste itself, can have an effect on the insulin system. One of the phases of insulin secretion is something called the cephalic phase. Cephalic means your brain or your head, and there's actually a brain connection to the secretion of insulin. Simply thinking about sweet taste, simply thinking about sugar, can activate the insulin system, and even tasting it, the sweet taste, can have an effect on insulin secretion. And because of insulin's wide-ranging effects on all kinds of body systems, the circulatory system, the blood vessel system, the stress management system, the growth and cell division system, insulin affects all of these. Because of insulin's wide-ranging effects on all these different parts of the body, the less sweet you put in your diet, the better off you will be. What is up with the sweet taste anyway? Has anybody ever asked themselves, what is going on? Why do we need sweet so bad? Why are we so darned hooked on this sweet taste that we're willing to kill ourselves via drugs and disease rather than lay off the sugar? That's at least a question that we want to explore, especially if we're having a problem weaning ourselves off of sugar. And if you have FMS, fructose malabsorption syndrome, there are non-sweet sugars that can be a problem too. In nature, fructose is stuck together in long chains. Glucose as well is stuck together in long chains. Sugar comes in long chains. They're called poly, for many, saccharides, or some people will call them oligo, which also means many, oligosaccharides. So in addition to the single links in the chain, that's what fructose is, some people can have sensitivities to the long fructose chains themselves. These long fructose chains are called fructans. And while these substances are nowhere near as sweet as sugar, as fruit sugar or as table sugar, fructan sensitivity can be as problematic as fructose sensitivity. And there's two very important reasons why this is something that you need to understand, especially if you're dealing with any kind of digestive problem. First of all, human beings can't turn fructose or fructans into fructose. That means unlike fructose pieces, those little single pieces of sugar which are really sweet, you're not going to get a lot of sweetness in fructans. You may not know that you're ingesting a lot of fructans, and you may think you're eating really well. Some of the most important sources of fructans are veggies like broccoli and onions and garlic, and they're not sweet at all. So you may think that you're not eating any sugar. You may think that you're eating real healthy. You're eating broccoli. You're eating Brussels sprouts and asparagus and onions and garlic. You may not know that you're ingesting fructans, and if you have some kind of malabsorption issue, you're going to end up with digestive problems from eating broccoli, for example, and you may not be linking the broccoli to the symptoms in your digestive tract. You come back. These are folks who say to me all the time, "Oh, I'm eating really wonderfully, and oh, I eat only vegetables. I don't eat anything processed, but I still have digestive problems." Well, the problem could very well be these long chains of fructose that don't taste sweet, that are found in vegetables, and that you don't even know you're having a problem with. And this brings us to the second important point about fructan malabsorption, and that's the fact that there are a lot of foods that are supposed to be good for our health, i.e. vegetables, that can really mess up our digestive system if we are predisposed. You can be a vegetarian. You can be staying away from processed foods. You can be eating only raw. You can be doing all the things that you think you're supposed to be doing correctly, but if you have fructan malabsorption, you may still be having a digestive problem. I eat really well. I only eat raw food. I only eat vegetables. I never eat at McDonald's. I hear this all the time from people who still have digestive issues, and that's why I'm always telling you, if you're showing up with digestive symptoms, please do not think that you're eating correctly. Digestive symptoms mean only one thing, and that is you're eating the wrong food, even if it doesn't seem like you're eating the wrong food. Go by your symptoms. If you have bloating, you have gas, heartburn, constipation, diarrhea, whatever, you're eating the wrong food. Even if it's broccoli and cabbage and tomatoes, you're still eating the wrong stuff. All right, we'll come back and talk more about fructan and fructose malabsorption when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Our number is 866-582-9933. We're coming back at you with more good health information right after this. Don't go away.
Pharmacist Ben Fuchs believes virtually all disease states can be backtracked to digestive problems.
Deficiencies in stomach acid can affect all downstream systems. Taking digestive enzymes can be amazingly helpful for dealing with deficiencies in stomach acid. Enzymes require low pH for activation. You can also use aloe vera juice, by the way. Sugars in aloe vera have a coating effect on the digestive system. Longevity has a cool product called Noni Plus, which is made from aloe and the noni fruit. It's tasty. It can also function to support digestive acidification of the stomach, and activation of digestive enzymes.
Take Pharmacist Ben's advice and support your digestive system by ordering Noni Plus from Longevity. Call 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470, or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
This is big!
By popular demand, the Freeze Dry Guy's giant factory authorized sale has been extended. Now through August, save 30 to 45% on number 10 cans of high-quality Mountain House freeze-dried foods from the Freeze Dry Guy. Now is the time to stock up on all factory fresh stock of the finest, best-tasting, longest-proven shelf-life foods in the industry at giant savings of 30 to 45%. But hurry, supplies are limited, so this sale is only through the end of August. Call 866-404-3663. Free shipping to the lower 48 states. Click freezedryguide.com or call 866-404-3663. That's freezedryguide.com. Hurry! The giant factory authorized Mountain House sale with savings of 30 to 45% is extended through August from the Freeze Dry Guy, the finest freeze-dried and dehydrated foods available anywhere for long-term storage.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Next to water and food, you need a safe, storable fuel supply for your preparedness needs. Spare Fuel is the answer. Spare Fuel can be used in any gas-powered vehicle or generator. Spare Fuel is perfect for any unforeseen out-of-gas emergencies. Unlike gasoline, Spare Fuel is safe to store with your other supplies, and it can be stored for many years. Go to GetSpareFuel.com for special pricing. That's GetSpareFuel.com.
not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
On the bright side, I am your host, nutritional pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. If you like what you hear, it's every day on the bright side, 8 to 9 Pacific time, 10 to 11 Central time, and 24/7 on the archive page, brightsideben.com. You'll find a shopping cart up there, as well as articles and videos that explain the bright side philosophy, and a Join Now link that you can click on if you want to join the bright side Ben